Okay, I finally got my LoRa system working. This is the LoRa based radio, and this is the LoRa GPS radio. It was a real struggle to get through the software. I could get the LCD working with the GPS, and I could get the LCD working with the LoRa radio and transmitting between the two, but I just couldn't get the GPS and the LoRa and the LCD all working at the same time. But now they are. So let's see what we have here. On this LoRa GPS unit, the first title line is just the title of the unit. The second line here is the receive signal strength of the signal coming in, and it's coming from that device. The next line is the altitude of this device. We're in the basement here. The GPS is not working that well, so the altitude is jumping around. It will probably jump around quite a bit outside as well. The altitude is not a great number for a GPS. The next number is the RSSI of this device. So this device is transmitting or broadcasting its received signal strength so that this one can display it. And it's also broadcasting its altitude. So we're displaying the altitude of the other device down lower here. And then the final line is the distance between the two devices. Right now it's saying it's 15 meters because the GPS isn't working that great down here. And that's probably within the tolerance of the GPS accuracy anyway. This guy, the title is the LoRa base station, LoRa base. Its second line is its RSSI that it's receiving, so it's the signal strength that it is receiving. Even though the signal's coming from here, it's what it's receiving as a signal strength. And it's displaying its altitude, which is 75.4 meters above sea level. The next one is the RSSI from this guy. So this guy is broadcasting his received signal strength so that this guy can display it. And likewise, this guy is broadcasting his altitude so this guy can display it. And it's also displaying the distance between these, and that should match between the two. They're communicating right now. And the first two lines are the local data from this device, and likewise here the first two lines are the local data from this device. So the RSSI of this device and its altitude are displayed first, and on this guy, and on this guy the RSSI and altitude of this device are displayed first. And so you can always look at the first two to know what the device you're holding is reading, and then you can look at the next two lines to know what the remote device is doing. So it's all set now to go out and do some field trials and figure out distances in the real world. I did take these outside and they work great. I got out to about 783 meters separation, and there was lots of houses and a hill between the two devices at that range. So it's pretty promising. You can notice here the signal strength is -3 and -22 between these two devices. If I just move them around a bit, that'll change. So you got -4 and -21. And if I change the orientation, it changes again. So that's now -6 and -25. So when I was out at 783 meters, the RSSI was about minus 120 or minus 124. And it wasn't changing much from about 350 meters out to 750 meters. The RSSI changed from about minus 117 to minus 124. So that's promising that it doesn't die off too quickly once you get out to some range. And we'll just see just how far they can go as soon as I get a chance to get out there in the daylight. But so far, they're working great, and we're all set for some real tests.